Alright, what is up YouTube? It's RSMario here bringing you another Pokemon Legends Arceus video. Alright, so this time we're gonna get a little bit more theoretical with this. So this one isn't necessarily a leak or a rumor. I guess you can kind of say it's a rumor because people are kind of talking about this. But this is more of a theory of mine. And that is, let's just check out this screenshot. So you look at the screenshot, and this is a screenshot of one of the Pokemon pastures, which is your Pokemon PC box for the game. Because remember, this is ancient Japan. They don't have PCs, they have smartphones. but yeah, so of course you don't put your Pokemon in a PC, you put them on a pasture, like a farm. So you catch a Pokemon, and if you don't want it on your team, you throw it on a farm. And it lives and is happy and is all that other kind of stuff. Now, the thing we're looking at here is this part of the screen over here. So on this part of the screen over here, usually they would have like all of the stats of your Pokemon, as well as your Pokemon's held item, ability, and their nature. They don't have that here. Alright, it's not on this screen. Now, it's very possible that there's a couple of reasons why that is. It could be because this preview build just didn't have that option. They just didn't put that in the preview build. Maybe that's something that they hadn't done, because this was taken from a while back, and maybe they just hadn't had that part of the game in yet, or that type of information is on a different screen. That could be the case as well, so they could be in the game, but they could be just not on the screen. Or the big rumor is that there are no abilities or natures or held items in the game, which is a huge change, because like abilities, specifically abilities and held items, they kind of change up how the battle works. I mean, because essentially Pokemon is just rock, paper, scissors. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, they sent out an electric type, or you sent out a ground type to counter the electric type. So then they switch, then pull out their electric type and send out a water type to counter your ground type. Then you send out a grass type to counter their water. It's rock, paper, scissors, essentially. And while there's some strategy there, it's not a great deal of strategy. But when you add things like abilities into it, so each Pokemon has a different ability, that can make them stronger, or it can hinder the opponent, or anything like that, it makes the game more interesting. It makes the competitive battling, or the battling in general, more interesting. It makes it more strategic, because now you don't just plan around the Pokemon's typings. You have to plan around the typing, plan around the ability. Then you have to think about what type of item they're holding. Are they holding some kind of choice item, which means they're just gonna blow me up with some kind of boosted attack? If they are holding a choice item and they do use an attack, can I force them to be stuck into that attack, which means they're gonna have to switch? Like it adds a whole different level to the battling in the game, and without them, it kind of dumbs the combat down. Now, I can kind of understand why they would do that, because I mean, they're trying, essentially this is a whole new type of Pokemon battling. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because it's not necessarily turn-based anymore. It's more of an action RPG type of battling system, which I am not exceptionally happy about. I mean, because there's one thing I've said over the years, is that the core of Pokemon is collecting, trading, and battling. And if you mess with these three things that are at the core of Pokemon, you might lose the identity of Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? And they're messing with the battle system, which is one of the things that I was hoping that they would never mess with. And I'm not too excited about that. But this right here could point to what they're doing. They could be dumbing down the battle system. Now, why would they want to do that? Well, a couple reasons. Because one, I mean, this is more of a single player based game. It's more of a single player based game. It's more of a straight up RPG. than the other Pokemon games, which are more, they're geared towards single player, but they're also geared toward multiplayer and competitive things like that. This game is not really built for that. This is more of a story-based single player RPG version of Pokemon, which isn't really that bad, but it is different, and you know, sometimes different can be perceived as bad. So, what do you think about this? Do you think that there are no abilities in the game? I hope that there are, but I think that we might be getting a dumbed down version of the battle system. You know, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I mean, I think it might be good for new players, you know, but I personally would like a more fleshed out battle system. So, this was more of a theoretical video, because I was working on some other videos for the second channel, and I didn't want to not have a video out, because the goal is to at least do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for videos on the main channel. That's the goal. I might not always hit that, but I'll do it as much as I possibly can. But yeah, check out my second channel. I'm about to do a video on what happened to Superman. So yeah, check that out. Of course, like, comment, subscribe, and as always, folks, keep it real.